What the fuck? How is there a fucking wasp in my room? Alrighty. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh my god, Buddha, I'm so sorry, bro. Yo, that looks like a great time. I'm about to act up. What is up, you guys? It's Tina back again with another video. That was a stupid intro, but I'm like not focusing. Okay, I quit my job. I just felt like it was time. It was time for me to leave. It was time for me to get out. I kept finding myself in this repeated cycles of just like disappointment. I don't know why I kept living in this state of fear where I was trying to follow a path that made me uncomfortable, but I kept allowing myself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable in the worst kind of way. I've always thought about me and my happiness and my purpose with anything that I do, because I feel like if there is no purpose that you can align with whatever that you're doing, then why fucking do it? Lately, it's been getting so much harder to stay in things where I just don't feel like it aligns. Where before I used to be able to ignore all of my feelings and restrict them, suppress them, whatever. But now my body and my heart and my soul literally cannot allow me to do something that I don't like. When I initially felt these feelings, I thought that I was being selfish and I thought that I was being lazy. I was miserable going to my job and I just ignored it because I felt like I had an obligation and a loyalty to my job. Where is the loyalty and obligation to myself? Why was I ignoring that I felt miserable before I went to work or when I was at work and after work? Why was I ignoring that I had to prepare myself mentally 2 hours before I showed up to work just to be there and be the best version of myself? It just shouldn't have been that difficult. I don't know why I was allowing myself to be comfortable with being uncomfortable. When did it become selfish to prioritize my happiness? Why was it such a difficult struggle to fight for myself? I didn't doubt the decision that I made with quitting my job, but I was just trying to understand where to go and why. And I think that's exactly the problem. I was trying to find a purpose in how it could help me materially, tangibly, physically, without trying to understand its purpose internally for my soul, for my happiness, for my growth, for my progression, my evolution, the expansion of my consciousness. I've come to realize that my emotions and my body and my soul has an intelligence of its own. A little example of this is when you're driving and you end up at your destination when you weren't even thinking about it. You're like, oh, I'm just fucking here. Like your body just knows where to go. And you have this own inner guidance. You have this own intuition. You have this own inner knowing that you can follow, that can literally be your guide. I put my mind in the back seat, in the back burner. I don't know if that's how you use that saying. I allowed my heart to just do whatever and feel whatever. I say all this stuff like I trust the universe and I flow with the universe and I submit and surrender to the universe, and if I think abundantly, then abundance will come to me and all I have to do is ask and believe and trust and then this will happen and blah 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 blah. I never applied that trust in the universe in a way where I didn't have a plan B, a plan C, a plan D, and blah 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 blah. I only believed in the universe if I had something else to fall back on. And this is the beginning of that trust, of that complete surrender, of me submitting to the universe. Yesterday, you know, it was the full moon on April 26th. I was doing my tarot cards and I was doing my oracle cards. The Wild Unknown Archetypes by Kim Krans. Okay, it comes in this little cute box. Sorry, I'm not. It has a guidebook on the explanations on the cards and stuff. These cards are so strong. If you want to know the truth, pick up this fucking book. The images and the messages might be hard to decipher at first, but shit, the universe fucking speaks the truth and the universe fucking checks you. The day of the full moon, I started playing with these cards. I flipped to a random page. The page that I initially pulled up to was the Maiden. The Maiden is an archetype that describes like the damsel in distress, where she's usually restricted physically, like locked up in a tower, or she is restricted mentally, where she doesn't know a piece of information that could save her. So that would usually be like the king and the queen lying to their princess about something, just to protect her. The universe was trying to say that I was the maiden, and I said, fuck you, what are you talking about? I'm not the maiden. I'm not this helpless, naive princess. Pillow princess, maybe, but not fucking damsel in distress. What are you talking about? I can help myself. I am in control. I'm independent as fuck, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. Yada, yada, yada. In the moment, I should have known that that was me protecting my ego. I knew. I noticed that I was being defensive, but in the moment, I couldn't find the answer because I was so frustrated in my own, like, you know, ignorance. Yada, yada, yada. Later that night, I was looking at myself in the mirror, and I was having an honest discussion with myself where I was genuinely looking at myself. I didn't know where this conversation was going to go, and I didn't know what we were going to talk about, but I just knew that I needed to talk to myself. How do I describe this so I don't sound crazy? Fuck that, you guys can misunderstand me if you want, whatever. I was talking to myself about me quitting my job and why I did it and where I think that it's going. When you do these kind of conversations with yourself, sometimes, for me, I just need to hear out loud what I am thinking. I need to hear it from an outside perspective how irrational I am. So I'm simply observing this conversation and seeing just what comes out. I couldn't give myself any rational explanation for why I did what I did. Where even if I don't know where I'm going, I have to trust that it is going to be good. And I have to trust that I will handle anything that comes my way the way that I've always handled everything that comes my way. I'm confident in myself. I followed my evolution. I feel like I'm changing. I feel like I'm progressing. I feel like I'm adapting the way that I'm supposed to. Why would that suddenly change because I made this decision? Why would all of those responsible characteristics about me suddenly go away the second that I do something that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing? I don't need to constantly prepare myself for the worst. I just need to be open-hearted and open-minded and release all expectations. Expect nothing so you are ready for everything. I think that's all I can do. I don't think that I should try to add meaning, try to add a definition, try to add a label, try to add a standard to what I'm going through or experiencing right now. And all I need to do is just be in the present and just fucking experience it and just believe in myself. The conversation continues. I start hyping myself up. I start gassing myself up, right? I'm like, Tina, you a bad bitch. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Why the fuck you think you can't handle anything that comes your way? You definitely fucking can. Yada, 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 yada. I didn't know where this energy came from, where I wanted to finally just let myself be. And I wanted to not give a fuck. I just don't want to take life so seriously anymore. Because life isn't that serious. It really fucking isn't. You are allowed to be the person that you want to be. For whatever cycle, whatever season, whatever phase that you want to do it for. And you know what? Fuck it. I don't know where I'm going, but I just know it has to be good. And I started telling myself that I didn't come to this earth for no fucking reason. I didn't come to this earth thinking that I would fail. And I started talking about past lives where I felt like I've experienced this continual cycle of disappointment because I didn't have 2 feet in and because I didn't do everything that I was supposed to do and everything that I could do and let myself expand to so much more. All of a sudden, I started thinking about a situation where I was in my parents' room and they were talking to me. I was remembering all the times where people told me, you can't do this, you shouldn't be like this, you need to be more like a woman, what are you doing, yada yada yada. Just restricting and confining the way that I expressed myself. I started telling myself that they saw something in you that you were unaware of. They saw how unrestricted, unmuted, untamed, unbound, wild that you were and decided that you needed to get... That was such a good line and I messed it up. Oh my God. That you needed to be quiet, that you needed to be smaller. And I felt like I was speaking for all of my past lives, releasing all of this generational trauma that I don't know where it came from. And as I was listening to myself say, I was like, what the fuck? Who is this? Who is this Tina? Oh my fuck. And I started saying all these things and I looked at myself in the mirror and I got scared and I got intimidated and I pulled back. And I almost stepped away from the mirror, but I was like, Tina, stay. Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid to look at yourself in the mirror and hear yourself say that you believe in yourself and that you can do anything that you want? Why are you afraid to say that there is an infinite universe that resides within you, that has always been there, that wants to express itself and that it wants to live. That it doesn't just want to survive in the material, tangible, physical, but it wants to fucking live. Why can't you let yourself say that? And I thought about the Wild Unknown Archetypes, the card that I got this morning, in the Maiden. And I realized that the piece of information that I was missing was the fact that I never acknowledged myself as a part of this universe that has this infinite power inside of them and the ability to cosmically, consciously expand and do and manifest and get what they want. That you didn't see how powerful you were. You didn't see that you were this empress or this emperor, this divine masculine and feminine that was meant to be on this earth to make a change, to make an impact. I always told myself, I know what I want, I know what I deserve. I get what I want, I get what I deserve. I never let myself allow it to be true in this reality. I'm sick of having my dreams be put aside. I'm sick of having to worry about how I will survive. I need to live. I've seen this mindset. I recognize this mindset. I recognize the part of me that knows that I can do so much more, but allows other people to do it. Why? I know that I'm capable of so much more, and not even just that, but I can do it so much better than the other people that I allow to do it for me. What am I waiting for? What am I fucking waiting for? Why am I loyal to so many external things outside of myself? Why do I feel obligated to make others happy before I am happy? Why do I feel as if I have to help everybody else before I help myself? And I told myself that we can no longer live in this lack mindset. We can no longer think that the universe won't support us, guide us, and protect us. If you believe what you are saying, prove it. Show yourself that you can do more. Find the courage within yourself. Ask for more. Demand for more. Want more. Take the risk. Dream big. Feel it all. And know that the universe will always be there. The universe cannot offer you anything that you don't offer yourself. If I don't offer myself insecurity and trust and stability and love, how is the universe possibly going to give that to me? I have to allow myself to express what I need to express. There is an infinite universe within me that wants to speak, that wants to act, that wants to know, that wants to expand. And the only thing that is holding me back, that is limiting me, that is restricting me, is me. If I decided to do a 9 to 5, if I decided to go into corporate, if I decided to subscribe to capitalism, I could do it very fucking well. There's plans, there are layouts, there are paths that you can follow that other people have done. But it is very hard to create your own and to allow your heart to carve it out for you. I don't have a complex plan. I don't have defined terms. I don't have standards to follow. I don't have generalizations that I want to subscribe to. The only thing that I ask from myself is that I simply trust myself and that I allow the universe within me to guide me. I accept that my emotions and my body and my spirit has an intelligence of its own. This is the beginning of me finding myself. Me granting myself the opportunity to creatively express itself in whichever way that it wants to is the greatest gift that I could give myself. Where love is its own reward and trust is freedom. I want to do whatever the fuck I want to do. I want to live. I don't want to just survive. I'm sick of the lack mindset. It's time to fucking live. I love everybody. I hope that you guys have a great day, night, evening, whenever, wherever you're watching this. Choose love, choose light, choose growth, choose patience, kindness, awareness. Choose your fucking self. All right. Goodbye.